Practice WholyFit Gentle Body Power. Fitness for the whole you today.
All right, I'm so excited to have this opportunity to introduce you to WholyFit Gentle Body Power. My name is Kay Snow, and I'm a Diamond Certified WholyFit Instructor from Spring, Texas. And what I'm going to show you today is one of our heirloom routines. In fact, it's the routine that started WholyFit, and it's going to be just the warm-up phase. There's actually 5 phases to a class. So we do warm-up, we do standing, we do balance, and we do mat work, and then we have restoration at the end. So what I will be showing you is just the warm-up cycle, the warm-up phase of our Ephesians routine, the armor of God. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And we always start with correct body alignment, and I want to get you started with your feet in the right position. So start with your feet about hip distance apart, toes pointed forward, knees are going to be soft, hips are tilted under, core is pulled in. Whenever I say engage your core, what I'm telling you to do is really tighten your abs. So I want you to pull that belly button back towards the spine. Hips are still tucked under. Keep breathing. That's one of the things that we like to focus on, is breathing. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I like to really listen for my exhales as I'm blowing out. I purse my lips. It can help you hear your breaths. So inhales and exhales. Chest is always open and lifted high. Shoulders are pulled back and down, and we lift up through the crown of our head. So that is the back part of the top of the head. Instead of lifting up through the forehead or lifting the chin up, we like to lift up through the crown of the head. Think about where the spine enters the base of the skull, and if it extended up, it would come out through the back part of the top of the head. So that's what we're thinking about when we say lift up through the crown of the head. Now, we're going to start in our Nakar position, which is with our hands crossed over our heart. And we're going to take a couple of big inhales just to get started. Take a nice big inhale, breath of heaven, and exhale. Bring it back to Nakar. And let's take another one. Big inhale, lift it up, and exhale back to Nakar. Now we'll move into some posture pairs to introduce our cycle of postures that we go through for the warm-up. So let's inhale, breathe it up, and this time as you exhale, I want you to sit back as if you're sitting into a chair and swing your arms around into the front so that your palms are up. You're sitting back, your back is lifted up, and your knees are behind your toes. So maybe take a peek down, make sure that you can see your toes in front of your knees. This is belt of truth. From here, we're going to lift up as you inhale and open your arms into a high V up front, out in front of your body. This is breastplate of righteousness. So we'll call it breastplate as we're going through this. So let's do that again. Let's bring it back to the car. Inhale up, and then exhale and sit back into belt of truth, or belt. And inhale up into breastplate. And then exhale, you're going to bring your hands down and then hinge forward into peace shoes. And you're going to keep your back straight. So you want to make sure that your belly button, your core is engaged, and your belly button is pulled up, and your head is in line with your spine. Don't let it drop and look down to the floor. Just bending over just a little bit. And the goal here is to keep the hips over the heels. The natural tendency on this is to let your hips go behind your heels. But the challenge comes when you try to keep your hips over the heels. It feels like you're going to tip over, so you have to really use those toes on the floor, and you have to use your hands on your thighs to keep you from tipping over. And of course, your core as well, pulling up. Let's go ahead and take it back. From here, we're going to round and roll up, and let's go right back into that inhale. And then exhale, sit back into belt of truth. Inhale up into breastplate. And exhale and hinge forward into peace shoes. bend and stand up. And we'll do that one more time before moving on. Inhale up and exhale, sit back into belt of truth. Inhale up into breastplate. And exhale, hinge forward into peace shoes. Now just breathe normally as we move through the next few postures as I describe them to you. You're going to take one hand down to the floor, bending those knees, and then one back, and then another hand down and the other knee back. You're coming into hands and knees position. This is called shield of faith. From here, we're going to do our shield sequence. So you're going to inhale and rock forward slightly. Exhale, you're going to lower your shoulders just a couple of inches. And then slowly go ahead and move over onto one hip and then roll to center. And on your next inhale, lift your shoulders into helmet. Go ahead and release that arch in your back. And we're going to roll to the other side, back up to shield, to hands and knees. And you're going to reach back with your left foot. And then you're going to measure back with your right foot, and then you're going to step back with your left foot and then lift it up into what we call sword of the spirit. Now I want you to think about keeping your head in line with your spine. Legs should be about parallel with the floor, maybe slightly higher if that's comfortable for you, but you want to keep your hips parallel to the floor. So this is our sword. Now from here, you're going to bring your toe down, step it forward just a little bit, step about halfway up with your right foot, and then reach back and grab your left foot and bring it up so that it's parallel with the other hand. Hand on your thigh, lift the torso up. You're in a forward lunge, and then inhale, lift up into overcomer. And from here, this is an inhale, overcomer. Whenever you're lifting up, that's typically an inhale. From here, you're going to straighten your leg, bring your hands down, hinge forward into prayer. And that's an exhale. And then take your right hand to the hip, lift up your left hand into rainbow. And then exhale, press off that back foot and bring it back to the top of the mat. And that's our whole warm-up cycle. So let's put that all together, and we'll lift the leg on the other side this time. So, nice big breath of heaven. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back into belt of truth. Inhale up into breastplate. Exhale, hands down and then hinge forward into peace shoes. Breathing normally, take it down to the floor. To all fours or our shield position. Inhale, transition forward. Exhale, lower and hold. Then breathing normally, take it down to the floor. Inhale, lift up into helmet. Exhale, release the arch, roll to the other side, and push it back up. Measure back this time with your left foot. Step back and then lift your right leg, keeping your head in line with the spine. And then step that forward, just like we did before. Hands on your thighs. Bring it up. Inhale into overcomer. Straighten that leg. Hinge forward. Into prayer. Hand on the hip. Lift it up into rainbow. Exhale, press it forward, and we'll do all of that with the scripture. So stand firm then. Exhale, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. And take the helmet of salvation. And the sword of the Spirit. Which is the Word of God. And pray in the Spirit all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Step forward, we'll go through it again on the other side. Stand firm men. With the belt of truth buckled around your waist. With the breastplate of righteousness in place. And with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. And take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and petitions. And with this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Let's go ahead and bring it forward. And I'm going to take you through each side one more time, and I'm going to take the layers a little bit deeper just to give you an idea of what that might look like. Inhale up. Stand firmly with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and petitions. And with this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and petitions. And with this in mind, always be alert and pray for all the Lord's people. Sit off, step forward. And that's our Ephesians warm-up. So if you've gone through this with me, I'm sure you're quite warmed up. I know I am. And thank you again for allowing me this opportunity to share WholyFit Gentle Body Power, Ephesians warm-up.